be
Igor.
I want a speaking part.
Walk this
Chad,
way.
Chad,
Chad, no.
right, and
Chad.
Yes.
you will
Are
be
you hanging?
Chad's wife, Vampira.
Vampira.
Oh,
Vampira.
Yes,
you know how to yes. Get your fingers out, Bobby.
It's Vampire, right?
Fran, you got the only
Vampira.
normal
Oh,
name.
Vampira, that's
Right,
my
I did,
name.
I did more piece up.
Vampira.
And then, oh, I did, sorry. It's the same, it's just that's marked up for stage directions. Okay, and so stage directions, please, stage directions. Don't do, any women want to do stage directions before I do anything? There's a lot of stage directions.
Marilyn.
Okay, Marilyn, come do stage directions. Because I just don't have enough parts for everybody.
The Frankenstein monster sits in a chair in the living room reading the paper. His wife, Bride of Frankenstein, stands impatiently nearby. They are dressed normally. Are bolts in their necks too much to ask? Well, maybe just small bolts that are securely fastened. The actors can go to emergency care after the show is over to get them removed. One must suffer for one's art.
You're always looking at the finance section.
Stocks pay for all the deliveries here.
That's the problem. We never go out.
The other night, we went out for candlelight dinner.
It wasn't by candlelight. It was by the villagers' torches as they drove us away. Guy.
You know it's a French pronunciation. Guy. G-E-E. Like Guy de Maupass. We didn't even have names, so I chose my own name.
Sarcastically,
At least Opal, my name, was the name of one of my
Don't make it
predecessors.
sound like Opal came over on the Mayflower. She was only one of the bodies from which your parts were harvested.
I don't like some of my body parts.
Not this again. I love every little stitch, and even your ridiculously small bladder. You have never sat through an entire movie. Not even at the drive-in.
enticingly,
You never used to complain at the drive-in.
I had to pretend to be a corpse in the back of the hearse.
You look less menacing when you're horizontal.
You were perfectly imperfect for me. You don't need surgery.
Vampira.
No, turn it over, it's on the back of the first page.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say that didn't make sense.
It's not me.
Don't be afraid to read those highlighted parts, okay? Don't be
oh,
afraid.
it's,
It's you, isn't it? Bride?
Bride days.
Yeah.
On the back of the first page, bride.
I'm trying afraid.
Oh, okay.
oh,
It's,
okay.
I want you to look at me the way that you used to. With that crazed gleam in your eye. I know just what I want. Dolly Parton can't live forever.
I'm no grave robber. I won't disturb a body.
Not even my body. Dracula was romantic, but not you.
Vampires are dead and less inhibited. We are reanimated.
You're not animated at all. We need some fun.
We are all illegal aliens, more alien than most. If we were sent back to where we came from, it would be a graveyard in England.
I loved your touch. You used to make me scream.
I make everybody scream.
This is a prison in which we lock ourselves. We don't use lightning anymore to keep us reanimated. We use electric car charging parts.
We were born of lightning. For us, lightning did strike twice in the same place.
I need to know that you still want me. Not only emotionally, but also physically.
I couldn't keep my surgically attached hands off you. It can be that way again.
Frankenstein molds himself to her and he does a close, slow dance with her. They dance for half a minute. He dips her and then they resume the sensuous dance. Bride then looks down at his nether region.
Are you reading that part too? Or no?
Hopping onto Frankenstein's his sonic cry in Frankenstein when he saw the monster's hand move. But this time, she is not talking about Guy's hand. The moment in the original Frankenstein movie is on YouTube under It's Alive, It's Alive, It's Alive.
I think that's me. It's alive. It's alive!
Frankenstein and the bride break apart and Frankenstein turns upstage to conceal his erection. Walking back and forth with his back to the audience and doing a few deep knee bends.
Who can it be at this hour of the night?
I thought if we couldn't go out, we could invite someone in. Dracula's daughter and her familiar.
You know she has a thing for me.
A louder and louder knocking at the front door.
I'm going to let them in. Vampires can't come in without an invitation.
We exit stage left, entering from stage left.
Vampira, you look radiant. Your pallor almost glows in the moonlight. Please come in.
Bride, Vampira, and Chad enter. Vampira is dressed all in black. The actress will forego fangs as they will hinder her speech. This is explained later. Chad is dressed as a preppy guy. White chinos, a bright polo shirt, loafers without socks, and a sweater knotted around his neck. He is creepy, obsequious, and unctuous. Vampira.
It's Vampira.
Vampira is literally a suck-up, but he is a figurative one. He has a noticeable white gauze pad taped on the back of one hand. Approaching Frankenstein and hugging him, perhaps a bit too long.
Oh, I see that you still have the hard body. Pardon the witticism.
I heard no witticism.
She was making an oblique reference to your purported sexual prowess.
Let me introduce Chad, my familiar.
I don't like that appellation. I am her companion.
Companion is a reach.
Let's not start the same old argument.
Giving him a hypnotic stare and a wave of a hand.
Cease!
Immediately becoming more subservient.
As you wish, my lady.
You just can't get good help these centuries. Is everything fine now, Renfield?
Renfield, your father's former retainer, is long dead.
Many are long dead, often at my hands. Well, not my hands, but you know what I mean.
You bite their necks, gorge yourself, leave them as exsanguinated husk, and then glory in the lamentations of their families.
Pleasantly surprised.
Gee, why, I had forgotten you were so poetic and eloquent.
I wasn't trying to be eloquent.
Well, you succeeded admirably.
Do you want to wait in the hearse?
No, I wish to grovel at your feet for an eternity, my profligate princess.
London was getting too hot for us. London has the most security cameras in the world.
Even though she cannot be captured on film.
Ah, but you were captured on film.
I do have to work on my skulking. They didn't even get my best side. And speaking of cameras, I've always longed in vain for a black and white glamour shot of you.
Oh, you know what I say about longing.
Longing leads to low longevity?
Chad, the much older adults in the room are talking.
I forgot myself. My super annotated, super something or other. Annuated siren.
You have to be the dictionary in this play.
Wow.
I often forget you too.
That's cold, man.
I specialize in cold men. On the other end of the heat spectrum, Chad fills and maintains our crematorium. Chad, that may be your destination unless your fawning improves.
Oh, even as a joke?
She doesn't know the meaning of a joke, much less wit, veiled allusions, or wordplay. I bet she doesn't even know how to tell a knock-knock joke.
Oh, of course she does. Knock, knock.
Who is practicing onomatopoeia by poorly replicating the sound of the knuckles of a fist, making solid contact with a resistant wooden door?
No. When I say knock, knock, you must answer, who's there? You listen to my reply and then repeat my answer. Add a word, who, and then I make a puerile wordplay. Knock, knock.
I protest. What have you done for me lately?
Who disposed of all those white nationalists?
Their blood tasted thin, stale, and sad. Please take them off the menu. Oh, all right.
Knock, knock.
What corporeal poor excuse for a human is behind the closed and presumably barred door?
Etch.
Etch who?
Bless you.
I don't get it.
Etch who? It sounds like a sneeze. It's funny.
Please don't say a religious word like bless, as it makes me itch. I told you that I didn't want to do this. Don't get on the wrong side of my teeth.
Promises, promises, my lewd lady.
You can be replaced.
Who will answer the door during the census?
You're lucky they took that citizen question off the census.
I am a citizen of the world.
You are a scourge of the world.
Someone must call the human population.
You are a human.
But I have dreams of becoming among the undead.
I told you, you will never become a bloodsucker.
I would prefer to use the French phrase, a secure de sang.
Any way you put it, it's the same old same.
Chad has made Vampira tech savvy.
I used to just be neck savvy.
Brava, brava! She has a biting wit.
I don't get it.
I'll explain it to you in the crypt.
I'm so glad to see you rather than just corresponding with you on the internet.
You've been keeping in touch?
I'm a lurker of that vampire social network. Friendster, Fiendster.
It runs on Windows.
That's so funny.
See, I told you that joke would play. You just have to know your audience.
I love Vampira's posts about her travels.
She's not traveling, she's running because humans want to put a stake in her heart.
And delete to Frankenstein.
The only heart I want is yours.
Sorry, this heart is pre-owned and has been given to another.
Hey, back off, sister.
Oh, pal, a little flirting doesn't hurt anyone. It's my horrendous hickeys that hurt people. I keep returning to my victims. They are a renewable resource.
They're all such doomed one-sided romances. I would cry if my retinas weren't so enlarged.
He doesn't have a romantic bone in his body.
You didn't say that on Valentine's Day.
That's only one day a year. I'm looking for the ethereal.
Face the facts. I'm not extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world. I'm not going to be graceful, elegant, or subtle. Do you remember when we first met? You recoiled from me.
You're the one who is not attracted to me anymore. When we first met, we could never take our stitched hands off each other. You always knew where my G-spot was.
We've had to soundproof even the kitchens.
I still have fork marks in my derriere. Why can't it be like that again?
It can.
And you are such a physical specimen.
My eyes were actual physical specimens.
Igor was such an inventive grave robber. He didn't scrimp on
Luscious.
your accessories.
Each year I used to kneel at Igor's grave. Well, as much as I could kneel.
Flirtatiously.
Oh, you.
Get it, burial vault, you two. Still, you inspire me, Vampira. You are the most beautiful dead woman I've ever been with. Wait, that came out badly. Let me rephrase that. I long to run my hands all over your cold, dead body while you lie sleeping the sleep of the dead in your coffin.
Chad, aren't you aware of the Me Too movement?
I have spoken out of my place, my debauched demigod.
Forgiven, adulation's price must be paid.
Vampira, what name do you call yourself in polite society?
Eleanor Rigby.
That is so pretty.
I saw it once on a gravestone in England. Do they still call you the bride of Frankenstein?
It's the common law wife of Frankenstein. He never got married. Our appearances made that too difficult.
But you know, I wanted to get married. We loved each other for hundreds of years.
I know that, dear. At heart, you are a romantic.
What good is romance when I can take what I want? I understand only seduction when I try to get into a guy's collar.
Even familiars need a little romance, my provocative, pasty princess.
Didn't I just bite your hand on the way over?
It was just a snack to you. But to me, it was a soul kiss on my wrist. The foreplay, but never the afterlife.
Are you sure that your attraction to her is not due to her hypnotic gaze?
What hypnotic gaze?
She stands in front of Chad, looks deep into his eyes, and waves her hand.
Shush.
Yes, my profane pestilence.
I love you in my own way, the way a woman loves a pet.
She's not good at smiles either.
Similes.
Oh, yes, and she's not good at similes either.
Those are my business.
For sure.
Would you like a snack?
Oh, I don't eat food.
When Dracula was offered wine, he said with perfect timing, I don't drink wine.
So, what's the difference? I don't eat food.
I don't drink wine was funny because Dracula drank blood instead, and your delivery was bad. You were waiting for a laugh that never came.
The only thing I wait for is a death rattle. I am not a comedian. I am a seeker of death.
Good, because your joke really died.
Need I bare my fangs?
You left them in the car.
Explaining grandly to Guy and Opal.
Some in cafe society find fangs off-putting. I had the real ones filed down. I used the fake fangs only for business.
Oh, I see.
Changing the subject.
Seen any old friends?
The Invisible Man?
Must you always be on?
Guy laughed, any chortle in a storm. Boy, the dead are a tough audience.
You live in my shadow.
You don't have a shadow.
This time I'll really bite you.
Again, the teeth are in the car. You won't bite me. In large doses, you are allergic to my AB negative blood.
I'm lucky that it is so rare. It won't kill me, but it gives me terrible gas. Well, more of a rolling red mist. It will clear a room. Of course, except for my torpid victim. I stay away from blood with high blood sugar. A moment on the lips, right to the hips. I am naturally slim. Death suits me.
That sounds like a movie title.
Always the raconteur.
Did I tell you that I killed Rudolph Valentino?
Yes.
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 Peter Barra?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you know that her name was an anagram for Arab death?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to be so vehement about it. Even a vampire's feelings can be hurt. That felt like 3 tiny stakes in my heart.
Oh, I can never be mad at you. It's your vulnerability.
It's my invulnerability that you like.
As you wish, my impure priestess.
Have you killed anyone famous recently?
Opal!
Well, I'm interested in celebrity gossip.
I'm concentrating on the 1%.
Millionaires?
People with B negative blood. It's so rare. Maybe that's why it's so delicious.
Yeah, and she stays so slim.
Oh, you are so sweet. No hair shirt for you tonight.
It's more than I could have hoped for.
Another reason I keep you around is that you always tell me what I want to hear.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
She takes him by the throat with one hand as he rises on his toes.
Yes, I do, my liberty.
It's the cat of 9 tails for you tonight.
Oh, no, not that. Not the cat of 9 tails.
Oh, all right.
No, I should be punished. I deserve it. I've been a very bad boy.
No, it's been a long night.
May I suggest a compromise?
Yes.
The leather mask. I have it in the hearse. It brings out my darting eyes. Submission becomes me.
What did you do before you vanished into the demi-world of demises?
I was a personal shopper, just like I am now. I also get rid of bodies. I'm her Amazon Prime for crimes.
What are you doing for fun?
Fun is a rather abstract concept for me, but I have written some romance novels.
I read romance novels. Might I have read any of yours?
Scandal at Sandals,
No,
The Lady of the Manor,
no.
50 Shades of Blood.
Oh, I loved it.
It's been reprinted many times in Transylvania.
But I didn't like the sequel, 25 Shades of Blood.
They said that the writing was anemic.
Everybody is a critic, but I will track them down one by one and kill them.
She's such a good writer. I pale in comparison to her. Well, the blood loss keeps me pale. Alabaster is a good color for me. I'm a winter.
Words only pass my lips in order for blood to pass my lips.
That's so lyrical. Shakespeare must be turning over in his grave.
Igor got to him first. Like my teeth.
Chad is not only a stopgap blood source, but emotional support. Guy, I hope you didn't invest in Theranos, that blood testing startup. Theranos, that blood testing startup.
Oh no, I hear the CEO may go to jail.
Well, I almost invested. I mistakenly thought that I could order blood samples online.
I only invest in growth stocks.
I have been investing in conspiracy websites.
As P.T. Barnum once said, nobody ever lost a dollar by underestimating the taste of the American public.
Vampira is an expert on the taste of the American public.
Another nice thing about conspiracy sites is their mailing lists. Their customers are so easy to lure to secluded sites. I feasted at Area 51. It was like Heinz 51 for me.
I love how earthy she is. Transylvanian earthy. She's her own woman.
I wish I could be my own woman.
You may be made up of different parts, but I love every one of them.
Now do you see why I love the big lug?
No.
I do. The heart wants what it wants. Well, not a stake in it, of course.
I know I'm just a big lug.
But you are my big lug.
They embrace.
I know saccharin when I see it, and then I taste it. We must take our leave. It's such a beautiful moonlit night. I think I'll fly.
Oh, sure. I'll just call the chauffeur.
You can wear the leather mask.
My sultry,
Searching for a word that begins with S.
synonym.
You know I love your maniacal laugh.
I think I swallowed a fly.
Chad and Vampira exit stage left with a swirl of Vampira's cape.
Maybe we could do a little travel. We could get married.
I know just the place. Mexico.
Cozying up to him and talking in a sexy voice.
We could rent a private plane and go to Mexico. Mexico City has a Day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos. Everyone dresses up in scary costumes. We would blend right in.
I do have some of my old clothes and my big boots.
And I have a cat costume that you used to like very much. Please?
She hisses like a cat. In the movie Bride of Frankenstein, the bride hisses like a cat when she first sees Frankenstein.
That's not fair. That's the first thing you ever said to me. You know how much it turns me on.
Okay, let's go. It will be like a second honeymoon.
She moves into his arms.
Remember? We didn't leave the mortuary for days.
You had me at first sis.
The end.
Okay, anyone wanna tell Chuck?
No kidding. Can't mess him up.
Cute.
That's your deal, right?
We read to this place last time.
Didn't he write the one about the wedding where, you know, speak because forever holds you peace?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
and he was a little bizarre in that
yes,
one.
yes.
This was a lot bizarre.
Very bizarre, right.
I think the concepts were difficult, like we were reading it, so I could see what, you know, but I don't know if you're listening, could you get every reference, you know what I mean?
It was a challenge.
It was a challenge, you'd have to know the movie, and then all those words, you know, and,
The
the
vocabulary
vocabulary was very,
The vocabulary is insane.
yeah.
I just wanted,
Definitely SAT Academy.
I wanted to say that it was beautifully done by all of you guys.
Yes.
You know, it's just like, it was too long. It was too, it's too much of it was fun to, probably fun to write, but I don't know if it's fun to perform. You know,
It was too long.
Too long.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, y'all guys did a
It
great
was
job.
discussion, really, it was like two
character
couples.
selection.
Yeah.
Slice of life.
You need that.
I was going to just say,
Thank you.
the words.
You need
And
that.
again, this is great.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You're right.
Yes, yes.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, that was fun.
Good.
They were down by themselves. Yeah, I know, I was too high. I wouldn't say that, but I think definitely.
She sunk her teeth in.
No, she left it. She left it.
That's not, the con.
Okay, this is the